we pushed for that special election and we were told no, so we're trying to do our best. Sherry is next, and I've got next.
I'm quite a stickler for following the rules, so I'd like to read this to you. I think it's already been read, but I don't think it's going to hurt to do it again. The original Constitution said that if a council or official die, resign, or removed or recalled from office, permanently leave the reservation or shall be found guilty of a felony misdemeanor involving dishonesty in any Indian, state, or federal court, the business council shall declare the position vacant, and the district affected shall elect to fill the unexpired term. And then that was amended. And this causes a lot of confusion because people don't look at the amended part. And it virtually says the same thing, except the business council shall declare the position vacant and appoint a member from the district affected to fill the unexpired term. That's pretty plain. And I congratulate our Omak District Council for coming to the district to get the opinion and the vote or advice from the membership. They didn't have to. It isn't in the Constitution, but it is a courtesy to the district. So not everything is written in the Constitution, but as a tribal peoples, we usually try to make our decisions together, not just our council sitting there telling us what's going to be done. So I deeply appreciate that, and thank you. Like I said, I'm a stickler for following the rules, and when I went on council, I had to go back and go through all of the resolutions. Went clear back to the 70s and came to the 2000s, reading resolutions that had to do with council, and I developed an orientation book for new council members so they wouldn't be left stranded at the gate. And today I happened to run on to one that had to do with the different times. If any of you remember back in '89, Mel Tenasket resigned council, and there is resolutions that he resigned, and how we, the Omak district, elected Eddie Palmetier. And I can remember that one because it was in the old gym, and we threw out names and we voted there. And after Eddie happened to be the winner, he was appointed by council. I guess the final decision has to be an appointment by council. They make the rules and the resolutions. We, the members, don't. It has to be an official document. 1994, Don Peasley. And that resolution only says was filled per election code. So I'm not sure about that one. But it would be in that resolution. 1995 affected Lou Anderson and Joanne Lee. I happen to remember that was filled by special election. How long it took, I don't remember, but it should be a record of that. In 99 it says, a special election was held for the Omak and the Stickfield district. So there's records. And more recently, it has been done in other ways. So I can't really say a precedence was set. And I think it's really important important that council, as soon as possible, set into place in our code, so it will be law, that there is a process for special elections so that we could deal with these happenings in that manner. And my final, on Thursday night's emergency meeting, where I think there was approximately 100 people, membership, I did allow my name to be brought forward as a candidate. And at that time, I was really concerned that we fail until we could get a special election. But that was the only reason I allowed my name to be brought forward. I really don't want to serve a year and a half. So I am officially withdrawing my name, if that was considered at all. I know that two of the others have unofficially withdrawn their name, but you know, they'll have to speak for themselves. I'm only speaking for Sherry tomorrow. But again, one more time, I want to thank our council for at least letting us have a say in who's elected. And I hope we will proceed with the election tonight. I'm sorry that we can't have a special election because I would like all of our district to vote. Thank you.
Thank you, Sherry. Dar, you're up next. We'll get you on the list, Marcy. I didn't receive the call, but Ernie Williams, it was relayed to me that he rescinded his name from consideration as well in respect of his mourning period.
Good evening, Darlene Burke. I'm a couple tribal member, because my enrollment told me I was, my council, whoever. But I want people to understand that this is our reservation. We all have a big part in this. These people work for us because we elected them, and we can elect them out. But people better start thinking, because we have a multi-million-dollar reservation here, and we're not going anywhere with it right now. This is our reservation. We tell them, they don't tell us. But I'm also up here to make a nomination. I would like to nominate Shirley. I can't stand her, she can't stand me. I don't like things that she does sometimes, but I don't like things that these guys up here do either. I went to the meeting they had on Thursday night. I sat there for a while. I left. I went again Friday. I don't know if it was a setup or what, because we had a couple of breaks. And then all of a sudden, our last break, Mr. Marchand comes in and nominates that Shirley Charlie to be seated right then and there, right, Benny? Is that what it was? Thank you. And everybody was quiet, but it was funny because I'm looking at the council table and everybody's making smirks and whatever. Very childish. Anyhow, I really think it was a setup that they had that last break. And somebody said there's too many people saying, let's just sit Shirley there. Let's just set it clean. Somebody nominate her and let's get it over with. We don't have to second it. Of course, the people in the audience seconded it, but nobody at the table would. Not even one of our own Omak district people would. I'm ashamed of those people. They couldn't even second it. Because you know why? They're afraid of her. She's got a big mouth. I don't care if we can't stand each other, but I hope she gets in there and does what's supposed to be done. Thank you.
And that was one of the things that you know, those four were still a part of that list. We hadn't taken them off. Who do we have? Who's? Do we have any other nominations? Julie said that Mike withdrew because he's teaching college. I haven't had any contact with him about that.
Mike came to my house on Friday and told me to my face, and I told him he was telling the wrong person, that he had to notify them. I wasn't the gatekeeper, but he told me that he was just going to not do it.
All right, thank you. So far, we have several candidates. Are there any other nominations?
I'd like to nominate Dallas Joe.
Dallas Joe. Is there a second? There's a second. Dallas? Okay, he declines. Brenda Condon. Is there a second?
I second it.
Where's Brenda? Do you accept? Oh, sorry.
Hi, my name is Farrell Best. One of the things that I wanted to talk to you about tonight is like with the tribe and even with my own position, you know, I've been terminated from my position and it wasn't done in a manner that it does. And I guess it kind of works right over with Snina. Okay, we've heard what Snina had, but you know what? He never went to court yet. So, you know, until he's proven guilty, you know, about these charges and everything, and I know that he resigned, you know, and out of common courtesy and respect, you know, some of the things that happen and some of the things that happen with our fellow councilmen and some of the things that have gone on, you know, we have to be adult about it and stuff, and then it's like you're kind of throwing everybody in the same pot, and, you know, our representatives, because of what happened to one person, and unless you know the true facts and unless Nina come up and talk to you about it, you know, I just ask that, you know, that we give that person his due process, because, you know, so many things and rumors and things that people say to one another, but then in actuality, you know, they don't even know what really transpired, what really happened, and then with these things, when they happen, it has a trickling effect, and it affects a lot of people. And out of courtesy, some of his families are here, members are here, and you know, we should be mindful and respectful because we are adults, and we are adults because we're voting. Lynn, thank you.
Again, we're looking at nominations.
I nominate Pat Brown.
Pat Brothers, there's a second? There's a second. Do you accept? Pat accepts. Come on up. Mandy, did you have a comment?
I just wanted
Nomination?
a nomination. I wanted to nominate Harry Bazette.
Harry Bizet, is there a second? There's a second. Would you accept? Come on up. Is there a second for that?
Second.
We're right along with the agenda. It's you know, so closing the nominations fits. I didn't hear you, I'm sorry.
Are we all decided if we want to vote for now?
Once we finalize the candidates, then we can start that voting process. Yeah. Okay.
I don't know if they accept
We'll make sure. So then we have a motion on the floor. Do people, all those in favor of closing the nominations?
And then who else?
Please stand, if you can. Are there any objections to? There was a, close it, okay.
No more nominations.
Any objections? Seeing none, we're closing nominations. At this time, if we could have the candidates come up, we're gonna allow them 5 minutes to speak. Yes, Nancy's got something.
I don't mean to get in here, with your time and what's going on here, but already 100 questions are running through my head because I know these questions are going to happen because when this nomination is completed and brought to the table, there's going to be a lot of questions of how is these votes validated without the election committee here. And it just seems like the process has just been really changed. And I just mostly wanted to get up and say that John said that they said no to a special election or a directive appointment. I can honestly say I did not see a vote on the table for that. So I don't know where that came from. I'm just kind of really worried about this coming forward. There's just going to be a lot of questions in this process. Thank you.
Thank you, Nancy. The process has been changed a couple times, and the way that we want to do this process, we have a couple options. We could do like we did the other night and say, we'll call out a name, raise your hand. We're not monitoring who is voting more than once, okay? One concern that Councilman Marchand has is how are we going to assure that the people who are raising their hand or voting are Omak district voters? That's it. Those are important concerns. My recommendation is peacemakers, our elders, please stand. I have total confidence that these elders know if you live in the Omak district and if you vote in the Omak district. I have confidence that they will hand you only one card if you represent Omak. And you can put the name of the person that you choose on that card. They will also come around and collect those cards from you. I ask, first of all, peacemakers, does this sound okay with you? Would you be willing? Yes. So right now, what I would like to do is just make sure that this is kind of it's crazy because this process is not something we wanted. We didn't want to be in the circumstances that we're in. But we didn't want to ignore the people from our district, like you all heard. I had many young people come to me, call me up and say, this is not right. Now you're here tonight. You'll get your voice. We will take the majority. We've made our decision. Benny, John, and I, we've made our decision. What the majority vote tonight will be the name that will go back to the table next Thursday from the Omak district. We tried to do our best. It's a short notice, but you know what? It looks to me like there's been a lot of discussion that's been happening in the community. We have families that are represented. We have individuals that are represented. This is the best, fair, open process that we could identify. So I ask you to just be respectful. Find a pen, because you're going to be given a red card. And we're going to find a container for you guys to pick up the cards. Actually, Francis and Patrick are going to go out and help you guys collect these. And there's some boxes over there. So just please sit and let them bring this around to you. Give us about 15 minutes to do this. And then Patrick, stand up. Francis, stand up. You guys grab the containers and you guys can go around all over and help. Don't give them out. Only the elders, only the peacemakers are giving the card out, nobody else. They're the ones who will verify that these are Omak people. Yes. And just to keep in mind, the names of the people who have been nominated: Shirley K. Charlie from the previous meeting, Richard Tenasket, who has accepted tonight, William Dwayne Marchand, who's accepted tonight, Patricia Breiler, who has accepted tonight, and Harry Bissett, who has accepted tonight. Again,
Can I use your pen?
Shirley K. Charlie, Richard Tenasket, William Dwayne Marchand, Pat Breiler, and Harry Bissett.
Sorry. Yes, we are. We are. We're going to hear him speak first before we vote.